Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Cancer Support Community Gentle Yoga class. This is my cat coming to join us too. We're starting in a nice, comfortable seat this morning, sitting up tall, letting your hands rest on your thighs. Maybe taking a little shoulder roll and letting your shoulders relax down. You can close your eyes or maybe soften your gaze. Gently bringing your attention to your breath. Noticing each inhalation and exhalation. You might become aware of any sensations that are present in your body. You might become aware of any emotions that are present and any thoughts that are present. Noticing what you're experiencing right here, right now. And gently bringing your attention to your breath. You notice your mind beginning to wander into the future or the past. Gently draw your attention back to your breath. And as you're joining us, we're just getting started in a nice, comfortable seat. Gently observing our breath, whatever emotions, thoughts, and physical sensations might be present at this moment. Without judgment, without trying to push these sensations away. Simply noticing how you're feeling right now.
Okay.
We'll take just a few more breaths here.
And they can't be
And then gently beginning to blink your eyes back open if your eyes are closed. And then we'll begin to make our way up our spines, gently warming up our bodies. So we'll start with a little twist. So just nice and easy over to the right. You can place both hands on your thigh. You can take your right arm across, or left arm across, or right fingertips behind you. Let your shoulders relax, gazing straight ahead or towards the right. Using your breath as you inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, settle in. Gently relaxing into your twist. And on your next inhalation, look to the front and gently unwind. And then over to the left side. So again, hands can just rest on your thigh, left arm across, or sorry, right arm across, or left fingertips behind. Gazing straight ahead or towards your left shoulder. Connecting to your breath. Using your breath to gently take you deeper. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhale, settling in. On your next inhalation, look to the front and gently unwind. Let's do a couple shoulder shrugs for a moment. So let your arms rest by your sides. You can even kind of shake out your arms if you need to. And then draw your shoulders up as high as they'll go. Find some tension, maybe in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, all the way out through your fingertips. Exhale through the mouth, let it all go. Inhale, finding the tension. Exhaling, release. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Do a few shoulder rolls, taking it to the back a few times. And then forward. If that feels comfortable, you can repeat to the back if that feels better. Then let your arms rest. Maybe letting your hands rest on your thighs. And taking a moment to notice what you're feeling in your body right now. And then we'll move into a side bend. So we'll walk the right fingertips out to the side. Bring your left hand to your shoulder. Bend your elbow. Finding some bend through your torso. If you want to add the arm, you can reach your arm up or up and over. Or you can just leave your hand on your shoulder. Open your chest. Breathe into your side body. Think about breathing into your rib cage. Inhaling back to center. Taking a moment here. And then over to the left side. Right hand to your right shoulder, bend your elbow, open your chest, take the arm up or up and over. Breathing into your side body, opening your chest. Inhaling back to seated. Maybe a shoulder roll here. Then we'll do some cat-cow. So placing your hands on your thighs. Inhale, draw your chest forward, lift your head. As you exhale, round your spine, drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. We'll do a few more. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale back to seated. And we'll extend both legs here. So extending the legs, flexing the feet, sitting up tall. You can place your hands on your thighs. Taking a couple breaths here. You might notice that you feel this in your hamstrings quite a bit as we're just beginning to open up our bodies this morning. And then we'll open up the hips a little bit. So with the right leg, you can either place the foot inside the shin with the knee open. You can cross over below your knee or above your knee. So any option there. And you can either sit up nice and tall with your hands resting, put your hands behind you, or maybe extending forward slightly if you want a little more stretch. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then coming back up to seated, and we'll switch sides. So extending both legs, you need to shake out the legs a little bit in between, go for it. And then left leg crosses over. So you can start with the foot inside the shin, cross below the knee or above the knee. This is also a place that you could prop up your thigh if you feel like it feels like too much to just have a leg hanging in the air. You can always place support underneath yourself. Sitting up tall, hands on your thighs or fingertips by your hips, or folding forward, wherever you are this morning. And take a few deep breaths into your hip. One more breath here. And then extend both legs. Again, you can kind of shake out the legs a little bit if you want. And we're going to do, again, variation of cobbler's pose. So we'll bring the feet together. Let's get back just a little bit. Bring the feet together where they're about, maybe 2 feet away from you. So they're not like right up by your hips. The feet are far enough away so that the legs make kind of a diamond shape or a square. If you need support under your thighs, you're welcome to do that. Sometimes my left leg wants a little support. And then you can maybe extend forward here if you like, resting your arms on your legs. You can round your spine, tuck your chin a little bit. You can also just sit upright here with your hands just resting on your legs or your fingertips behind you. Find your breath. And allow your inner thighs and hips to soften. And then slowly make your way back to seated if you're folded forward. Extend both legs once more. And just flex your feet for a moment, noticing how the backs of your legs feel right now, maybe a little different. And then we'll come back to a seated position with the legs crossed. You can also keep the legs extended or in whatever seated position feels most comfortable. And we'll come up to the head and neck for the end of our seated poses this morning. So first, drop your chin towards your chest. You might even bounce the head a little bit so that your neck can relax. You can place your hand on your chest and maybe gently massage or encourage the muscles of your chest to relax. Notice if your jaw is tight here, maybe softening around your mouth, softening the muscles around your eyes. And then we'll take the right ear over to the right shoulder and extending through your left fingertips if you like. Let's take a breath or two here. And then taking your head back. Think about lengthening your throat and lengthening the back of your neck as if you were reaching the top of your head back towards the top of the wall behind you. And then left ear over to your left shoulder, maybe extending the right arm. Taking a deep breath here. Releasing your right arm, chin to chest, and circle around to the right at your own pace. Take your time. You need to pause anywhere along the way. And next time you reach center, gently reverse your direction. Again, taking a moment to pause if you need to anywhere in your circle. And next time you reach center, gently lift your head. And just take a moment to observe how you're feeling. Any sensations in your body. Observing your breath, your mind. And then we'll transition on to hands and knees next. So grabbing a blanket or rolling up your mat, whatever you need to support your knees. So coming onto hands and knees with your palms under your shoulders and knees under your hips. You can always modify here for your wrists by coming onto forearm or fists or down onto your forearms. I'll take a few cat-cows here. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your head. As you exhale, round your spine, drop your head, press into your hands. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your head. Exhale, round your spine, drop your head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. We'll do a couple more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral. We'll come back into child's pose, sending your hips back, walking your fingertips forward. You can keep your hips high or lower your hips down towards your heels, whatever feels best. Letting your head hang if that feels comfortable. Taking a couple deep breaths here. And then inhaling back onto your hands and knees. We're going to open up the feet just a little bit this morning. So from tabletop, tuck your toes. And we'll send the hips back a little bit towards the heels. So almost like coming into child's pose, just with the toes tucked. And that may be plenty, and maybe plenty just being up here in tabletop. You can send your hips back for a little more stretch. If you're feeling like you really want to open up the feet, you're welcome to come back and sit on your heels. But really listen to your body here. If your body's telling you to back off, listen. All right, coming back to tabletop, flip your feet so the tops of your feet are down. And again, maybe sending the hips back. You can also, if it's comfortable, come into kneeling to just kind of reset the feet. And then we'll come all the way up into a kneeling position. So knees are about hips distance apart. Feet as much as possible are pointing straight back. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders onto your back and maybe walk your thumbs a little bit towards each other behind you at like the small of your back. Think about pressing down into your shins, lifting through your chest, through your sternum, and lifting your gaze up the wall in front of you. Taking a couple breaths here. If you want a slightly deeper back bend, you can roll your shoulders back a little bit farther and lift your gaze up a little higher. Keep pressing down into your shins and the tops of your feet, lifting your chest. And then slowly releasing down, and we'll come back into child's pose. So making your way back to tabletop, sending your hips back behind you, taking the weight off your shoulders, and taking a gentle forward fold after our back bend. And then once more back up to tabletop. We'll open up the legs a little bit more. Extend your right leg back, tuck your toes, press back through your heel. Pressing down into your hands or modifying on fists or forearms. Lengthen your spine, engage your core. Really press back through your heel. And then if you feel steady here, you can lift up onto your tiptoes or extend your right leg back. And then maybe extending the left arm onto your fingertips or your left arm in front of you. And releasing down, coming back to a kneeling position, maybe shaking out your wrists for a moment after that. And we'll set up for the left side. Coming back to tabletop, extend your left leg, tuck your toes, press back through your heel, engage your core, lengthen your spine. And then if you feel steady, you can come to your tiptoes or extend the left leg up, right fingertips or right arm extended. So opposite arm and leg here, engaging your core, lengthening through your fingertips and back through your heel. And then releasing down, we'll come back to child's pose once more. Resting your arms, finding your breath. And then once more to tabletop, and we'll come into a low lunge. So beginning to bring your right leg forward, you can use your hands to help you situate your leg. Shift your back leg back slightly so the weight is a little bit above your kneecap instead of right on it. Adding more cushioning as needed. Bring both hands to your front thigh. Allow yourself to gently sink into your lunge. Shoulders relaxed. Relaxing the muscles of your face. Make sure you're breathing. And then if you want a little deeper stretch here, you can bring your torso down onto your thigh or bring your fingertips down to the mat. Allowing gravity to take you a little deeper. And then gently backing off, coming back into your low lunge, bringing your front leg back a little bit into a square lunge. The weight is a little bit below your back kneecap. Press into your front foot and the top of your back foot and shin. Bring your hands to your hips. Find your balance. If you feel steady, you can take your arms overhead. And then gently twisting towards your right leg. Maybe gazing straight ahead or towards the right. Steady gaze to help with balance. And then gently looking to the front, and we'll switch sides. So moving through tabletop, take your time. If you need to make any movements or adjustments as you go. Always feels good to me to kind of shake my hips side to side. So if that feels good, you're welcome to do that. And then as you're ready, left leg comes forward. Shifting your back leg so the weight is above your kneecap. Both hands to your thigh. Coming into your low lunge and gently sinking down. Without pushing, just letting yourself kind of settle into where you are here. Relaxing your upper body, the muscles of your face, finding your breath. And then maybe folding forward, taking your torso onto your thigh or fingertips down to your mat. And then gently backing off, coming back into your low lunge, resituating into a more square lunge. So you're nice and stable with the weight a little bit below your back kneecap. Hands to your hips, steady gazing point. If you're steady, take your arms up. Press down into your front foot and the top of your back foot and shin. Reach through your fingertips. And then gently twisting towards the left. Finding a steady gazing point straight ahead or towards the left. And then gently looking to the front. And then we'll come all the way to standing, so you can do that from your lunging position by tucking the toes and stepping forward, or you can step back into tabletop and make your way to standing in whatever way you like best. We'll set our blankets aside for now. I had this set up where you can see my head a little bit better, but I think I adjusted it. Let's see. There we go. All right, find your way to mountain pose. Stand up tall, arms by your sides. Press down into both feet. Find your breath here. You can even close your eyes here for a moment. Connecting to your breath. If your eyes are closed, gently blink them back open. We'll make our way into some standing poses. So we'll start by stepping the feet wide on your mat for triangle pose. Extending your arms out to the sides. Turn your right toes all the way out and your left toes in slightly. Reach your right arm forward, bring your hand to your shin or your thigh, and reach your left arm up. You can also rest your hand on your hip or on your side. Press into both feet. Open your chest, lengthen through your arms. And find wherever is a comfortable position for your head and neck. Whether that's looking down, forward, or up. Inhaling back to standing. And step your feet together into mountain pose. Taking a breath here. Noticing how you're feeling. And then over to the left side. So stepping the feet wide again. Left toes turn all the way out. Right heel widens slightly. Extend your arms. Reach through your left fingertips. Bring your hand to your shin or your thigh. Right arm up. Open your chest. Press into your feet. Lengthen your spine. Reach through your arms. Inhale back to standing, and we'll step the feet together once more. Find mountain pose, taking a breath here. And we'll step the feet wide once more, this time for warrior two. Nice wide stance, right toes again all the way out. Left heel widens slightly and lunge into your right thigh. So the knee is over the ankle or a little bit behind the ankle. Extend both arms. You can gaze straight ahead or maybe towards the right, any amount. Press into your feet, lengthen your spine, reach through your fingertips. And then back to standing. Release your arms by your sides. You can step your feet together into mountain pose here if you'd like. And then to the left. Left toes turn out. Right heel widens slightly. Lunge into your left thigh. Again, knee over the ankle or a little bit behind. Extend both arms. Gazing straight ahead or towards the left, any amount. Press into both feet. Lengthen your spine, reach through your arms. Inhaling back to standing, and then we'll step the feet together. Back to mountain pose. Take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to do a balance pose. We'll do tree pose. So you'll want to make your way over to a wall or a door frame, a chair, back of a couch, tall table, whatever you have that you can hold on to for some balance here. And we'll set up with the left hip towards the wall or towards your support with your fingertips at shoulder height about 3/4 of an arm's length away. So the elbow's a little bit bent. And then lifting your right heel, open your hip. Toes can stay tucked or come up to your shin or up to your thigh. Just be sure you're not right on your knee joint. Taking your right arm out to the side or overhead. Steady gaze to help with balance. And slowly release. You need to shake the legs out between sides, go for it. And we'll set up for the left side. So taking your left hip over, or I'm sorry, right hip over towards the wall. Left heel lifts. Open your hip, toes tucked, shin or thigh. Extend your arm or arm overhead. Steady gaze, wherever that is. And slowly release. And continue to shake the legs out. And then we'll make our way all the way back down to seated. So you might grab your blanket once more, have that so you can sit up a little higher. And finding your way into a nice comfortable seat, sitting up tall with your legs extended, feet flexed, hands resting on your thighs. You can also have your hands by your hips if that helps your low back to stay long. We'll take just a couple breaths here, maybe relaxing your shoulders. You can do a little tuck of your chin. You notice yourself reaching with your chin. And find your breath. Notice how you're feeling right now. Physically, mentally, emotionally. And then we'll begin to transition into head to knee pose. So we'll bend the right leg, open the knee out to the side. Your foot can be inside your thigh or anywhere along the inside of your leg. Turn your torso towards your straight leg. So sitting up tall, turning towards your extended leg. You can walk your hands down your leg or inhale, arms overhead and extend forward. Let your chin tuck slightly, relax your shoulders. Breathe into any areas of tightness or sensation. Inhale, lengthen your spine and slowly release. Turning to seated, extending your right leg, bending your left leg, and turning your torso towards your extended leg, sitting up tall, walking your hands forward or inhaling arms up and extending forward. Relax your shoulders, tucking your chin slightly. Breathing deeply into any areas of sensation, whether that's your legs or somewhere else in your body. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine and slowly release. Extend both legs. You can shake out the legs a little bit. And then we'll move into a twist. So we'll take the right leg across the left. The foot can be anywhere along the outside of the left leg. So down by the shin or maybe by the thigh. Hold on to your knees, sit up tall. Lengthen your spine, maybe beginning to draw your knee slightly closer towards the midline, but thinking about that coming from your outer hip. So it's really more kind of extending the outer hip as you draw your knee across your body. And then turn your torso towards your knee. You can just hold here, you can hug, or you can hook across. Sitting up tall, gazing straight ahead or towards the right. Letting your breath once more take you deeper. One more breath here. On your next inhalation, look to the front and gently unwind. Switching sides, take your left leg across. Anywhere along the outside of your leg. Hold your knee and sit up tall. Maybe drawing the knee a little bit across the midline again, letting that movement come from your outer hip. And then beginning to twist, either just by holding the knee and turning your torso, maybe by holding or hugging, or hooking across. Using your breath, each inhalation growing tall, each exhalation settling into your pose. Inhale, look to the front, and exhaling, release. Maybe shaking out the legs once more. Then we'll begin to transition down onto our backs. So you can do that in whatever way feels best for you, or if you'd like a little core strength, you can bend your knees, place your feet, hold behind your thighs, round your spine, and gently lower down with as much control as you're able. And when you arrive on your back with your knees bent, bring your hands to your low belly. And take a few deep breaths here. You might notice any physical sensations. Maybe warmth in your body. Maybe an increase in your heart rate. Maybe noticing some comfort or discomfort, or maybe an absence of sensation in different areas of your body. Noticing the thoughts that are present in your mind at this moment without attaching or following the thoughts, simply noticing what's present. Our next pose will be bridge pose. So walking your heels in any amount closer towards your hips. Feet are still about hips distance apart. Arms by your sides, palms facing down. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. You can tuck your shoulder blades under slightly here if you like. Extending your arms. Press into your feet, lift your chest towards your chin. Reach out through your knees. Breathe into your front body. From your collarbones all the way up through your kneecaps. And then gently lowering down. If you like, you can give both knees a hug here and rock a little bit side to side. You can also leave both feet on the floor and maybe gently rock your hips if it doesn't feel good to bring the knees in towards your chest. And then from here, we'll keep the right knee in towards your chest and release your left foot down to the mat. You can hold behind your thigh or around your shin. Let your right foot soften and relax. Let your shoulders sink down towards your mat. Softening the muscles of your face and neck. Let your low belly relax. And find your breath. And from here, moving into our hip stretch, crossing your right ankle over your left thigh, just above your knee. You can move your left foot closer or farther away from the hip as needed to make space. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then if you'd like a little deeper stretch, you can hug your left knee in towards your chest, holding behind your thigh or around your shin. Keeping your upper body as relaxed as you can. Breathing into your right hip. And slowly releasing down, uncrossing your right leg, hugging your left knee in towards your chest, crossing behind your thigh or around your shin, softening your left foot, relaxing your low belly, shoulders, softening the muscles of your face and neck. Tuning in to your breath. And then crossing your left leg over your right thigh, your ankle above your knee, situating your right leg closer or farther from your hip to allow your hips to have plenty of space. Taking a couple deep breaths here. And then if you like taking it deeper, hugging your knee in towards your chest or clasping around your shin. And then gently releasing down, uncrossing your left leg. And the last pose we'll do this morning is a gentle twist. So we'll do a little bit of windshield wiper twisting and then a little bit longer twist. So maybe walk your heels just a little bit wider than your hips. You can walk your feet a little bit farther away from your hips if that feels better for your knees. Extend your arms out at shoulder height with your palms facing up. Inhaling center. And as you exhale, drop both knees towards the right, any amount. The knees will stay staggered. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, dropping your knees to the left. Inhaling center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And then this time, inhaling back through center. And as you exhale over to the right, you can allow your legs to stay staggered, or if you prefer, you can stack your left leg on top of your right. So you can twist either with the legs staggered or stacking your left leg on top. Open your chest and maybe gaze gently towards the left here. We'll take just another deep breath. And then inhaling back through center. feet a little bit wider than the hips once more. Exhale over to the left. Again, you can stay in this staggered windshield wiper twist or stack both knees, bringing the right leg on top of your left. Opening your chest, maybe gazing gently towards the right. And then inhaling back through center. We'll begin to make our way into our final relaxation pose. If you need any final movements, like giving your knees a hug or any other stretches that your body is asking for as you make your way into final relaxation pose, feel free to do that along your way. You can grab a blanket, sweater, socks, supports for your head or under your knees. Allow yourself to have whatever you need to be as comfortable as you can be right here, right now. Now, as you make your way onto your back, extend your arms, palms facing up so that your shoulders can relax down. Allowing your feet to gently fall toward the outside edges of your mat. Relaxing the muscles of your legs. And gently scanning the muscles of your face, your forehead, eyes, jaw, and mouth. Relaxing your neck, shoulders, arms, hands, softening your low belly, relaxing your upper legs, lower legs, and feet. And gently scanning your body for any remaining areas of tension or tightness. Gently breathing into those areas, offering comfort and relaxation. And then allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. Allowing yourself to surrender and feel supported here. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, reawakening your senses. Maybe taking that movement into the wrists and ankles, gently circling. And if you like, extending your arms overhead, your legs together for a long awakening stretch. And then either bending your knees, placing your feet flat on your mat, or hugging your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rocking side to side. And then rolling to one side to rest for a moment in the fetal position, resting your head on your upper arm. And as you feel ready, gently press your way to a comfortable seated position. As little effort as possible. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself, to acknowledge each other for taking the time to practice yoga this morning and to be a part of this community. Thank you all for joining me and for sharing your energy and presence with this space. Namaste.